Hey, what is up, guys? I'm Nate with Back from the Vault. Today, I want to talk about a new movie, and that is The Strangers Chapter 1. This is a new release. I think this released last Tuesday. This is the 4K. This is the 4K Steelbook. Lionsgate did a weird thing with this where they only released the 4K on a Steelbook, and they tried to make this like an ultra limited collector's edition. I really like the artwork on the Steelbook, but is the movie any good? So, breaking down the story a little bit, the movie follows a couple, Maya and Ryan, and as their car breaks down in a small town, they begin to see that the townsfolk are a little strange. You get some kind of like Deliverance vibes with some of the townsfolk. They offer to fix their car, but they have to stay overnight, so they stay at an Airbnb, I thought it was a little weird. Why is there an Airbnb in this small town? You would not expect that. But either way, they stay in this Airbnb overnight, and they begin to get stalked and hunted by the strangers. The strangers' design, I loved it in the original. I thought they looked sick. They look just as good here. But is this a good movie? That's the main question, right? In short, I can't recommend it, and here's why. I think it's a good movie, right? Lots of fun moments, but it falls flat. There are a lot of times where it falls very short of. There's nothing really shocked me or stood out. This is just very cut and paste, just cut and dry. It's very average. Nothing really. They don't really do anything here, and it's weird coming from Rennie Harlan. Die Hard 2. This guy. He knows how to make a big blockbuster action epic, but does he know how to make a horror movie? That's the question, and I think he doesn't do such a great job here. The cinematography here is incredible. There are a lot of really great scenes. In particular, I'm thinking of the strangers standing outside the house, shots of them from like the driveway, like up the driveway. Lots of really good lighting effects like that, where they're out in like the dark, but you see like a silhouette of them standing out there. But I think The Strangers Chapter 1 is just an average movie. It's very basic. It didn't blow me away. I don't hate it. I didn't think it was horrible, but it did not blow me away. It does exactly what it came there for, but that's it. There's a really cool scene where Maya is playing the piano, and you see in like a mirror one of the strangers, the guy with the bag on his head, sitting in a rocking chair, rocking back and forth. And I thought that was awesome. I was like, "Well, give us more of that in this movie." But they don't, to be honest. There's not a lot in this movie that I can say I loved or really liked. But it's weird. I don't hate it. I'm not a huge fan of The Strangers. I'll just go on record and say that. Strangers, the original movie from 2008, I thought was okay. I think that movie is boring at times. Nothing's happening really. I like the idea of killers that don't have a motive. The Michael Myers thing. What's the motive here? There's not one. I don't think the catchphrase was very good. They say, I think it's like, the girl says, "Why are you doing this?" And she said, because you were here. Like, what? It makes no sense. So, there's some things that I scratch my head at with this movie, but I didn't hate it. The Strangers Chapter 1 is an okay movie. It's passable. But did I like it? Yes. Did I love it? No. I think The Strangers Chapter 1 leaves a lot to be desired, and I don't know. There's something about it. It doesn't do anything to really expand upon the genre, or really, it just doesn't wow you. I think the lady in this movie, the female actress, Madeline Pesh, I believe is her name, I think she did a good job. I think she was actually trying in this movie. The man, however, not so much. I don't think he was very good. The actions of the main characters are very stupid. They do a lot of just dumb things. It's like they're already kind of being stalked, and the man is like, "Oh, I'm going to go to town and get food and get my inhaler. So he just leaves, and he leaves his girlfriend, sitting at the house where she's being stalked, where they were already being stalked by somebody. Pretty obviously. I mean, they're just hanging out around the house. So why would he just leave her like that? And then she decides to get a shower with the door open too. Like, what? With people hanging out around outside. It's very weird. Richard Brake is in this. That's another thing. Sorry to go off on a tangent, but Richard Brake shows up. I think he's going to play a bigger role later on, but he has one scene. He's never in the movie again. So I think Chapter 2 and 3, because this has been greenlit for a 3-part series, I think 2 and 3 might have potential. Chapter 1 was not a strong start. It's an okay start. Again, I don't hate this movie. I gave this a 2.5 out of 5, if that's any indication. I think it's an okay movie. Do I think you should go out and buy this STEELBOok, or should you buy the Blu-ray? I think you should wait. You should wait, because a lot of times these movies will come out. They'll be mediocre at best. You'll buy it. You'll probably regret it in some cases. You may love it. I don't know. But I think you should wait, because they go on sale. Blu-rays, 4Ks, new movies always go on sale. It may be $10-15 in a couple months. I think I'm not telling you what to do with your money, but I do think this will be one that will go on sale. I don't see this sticking around at the $30 price tag that this 4K is, or $25 for the Blu-ray, whatever the cost is for the Blu-ray. But again, if you're a fan of The Strangers, you probably might enjoy this. I'm not a huge fan of The Strangers. I thought it was okay. I thought this movie was okay. I thought the original was okay. But again, I think it's an okay movie. All right, getting into these special features here. There's an audio commentary with the producer Courtney Solomon and actress Madeline Petch, reimagining a classic, Making the Strangers. So a making of. That's neat. A hostile environment. The visual design of The Strangers Chapter 1, which it did have a strong visual style, I will say. So rounding out my review of The Strangers Chapter 1, I think it's okay. It's an okay movie. It's not great, but it's not horrible either. I think it's an okay it's a fun watch. It's okay, but it's really nothing special. It's very much a modern horror movie in every way. From the visual style, everything in this looks like fake. It looks fake, and like, if you've seen modern movies, you know what I mean. They've got this weird glow or sheen to it. I think it's an okay movie. Should you buy it at $30 for this 4K, or $20-25 for the Blu-ray? That's for you to decide. That's your money. I don't want to tell you how to spend your money, but I don't think it's worth the price that I paid. I don't regret purchasing this movie, but I don't. At the same time, I don't see myself rewatching this ever again, to be honest. Unless, like, I want to rewatch Chapter 1 through 3 when they release all of them. I do think this is a strong start to the series, the remake series, but I don't think that this one is going to hold up as good as the second or third may. Because, again, if they bring in Richard Brake in the second or third, Richard Brake is a great actor. He's really creepy. He can play a really good creepy guy. So I think them showing him off in this movie is maybe like a hint that he'll be returning in 2 or 3. So I think there might be hope for the future of this series, but we'll have to see. So that's my review of The Strangers Chapter 1. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified on all future videos, and we'll see you next time.